friends. Today we're going to read the book Water Can Be. It was written by Laura Purdy Salsa and illustrations were by Violetta W. Ha. Please tell me, friends, what does an author do? An author writes the words. I hope that's what you said. And what does an illustrator do? An illustrator draws the pictures. Let's read to find out what water can be. Water can be. Water can be. Water is water. It's puddle, pond, sea. When springtime comes splashing, the water flows free. Did you hear any rhyming words on this page? If you did, tell me what words you heard. Water can be a tadpole hatcher. Do you see the tadpoles on this page? Friends, let's count and see how many tadpoles there are. Did you count 8? Or did you count more? What about 10? Or maybe there were less. Let's see. 1, 2, up in the top, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you see this one? That makes 11. And water can be a picture catcher. Otter feeder, downhill speeder. Garden soaker, a valley cloaker. Look at all that fog on the valley. A thirst quencher, a kid drencher. Now that looks fun. A drink cooler, a rainbow jeweler. A homemaker and a ship breaker. What animals do you see in the homemaker in the ocean? I see a jellyfish. I see some school of fish and some coral. Do you see anything else? Water is water. It's fog, frost, and sea. When autumn comes chasing, water can be a cloud fluffer, fire snuffer, school drinker, a bruise shrinker, a salmon highway, an eagle flyway, a storm creator, decorator. Look at the pretty designs on the windows. A woodchuck warmer, a snowman former. Water is water. It's ice, snow, and sea. Now go and discover what else it can be. Let's read to find out more about water. Water is everywhere. Sometimes you notice it, like when you get a drink or you take a bath, but water also does things that you might not realize. Water creates the fog and snow, and it makes plants grow. And it keeps all living things on Earth alive. Let's talk more about the tadpole hatcher. Did you know that most frogs and toads lay eggs in ponds? When the egg hatch, tadpoles are born. Tadpoles live in the water for a few weeks or months until they change into frogs or toads. And then they live mostly on the land. A picture catcher. When a pond or a puddle is calm, it can act like a mirror. A lake might show the trees ashore, or a puddle might show your face. An otter feeder. A healthy river is full of fish. Lots of animals, both in and out of the river, rely on the river for their food. River otters love to eat fish. They'll also dine on turtles, frogs, salamanders, and crayfish. That downhill speeder. In the spring, water from melted snow flows down mountains. The water can turn gentle creeks into wild rapids. A garden soaker. Plants need the sunshine, soil, and water to grow. Rain is an important part of the water cycle. Rain falls from the sky and it flows to the oceans. Then, water near the ocean's surface turns into a gas called water vapor. It floats up into the sky and then turns into water droplets. Each droplet coats a speck of dust, and many droplets together make a cloud. Those clouds rain on Earth, and the whole water cycle continues. A valley cloaker. Water can turn into a gas called water vapor. When a lot of water vapor is in the air, fog might form. The water vapor condenses, which means it turns back into liquid water. And the tiny liquid water droplets wrap around bits of dust in the air, and then they hover near the ground, forming fog. A thirst quencher. Every animal on Earth needs water, including us humans. Without water, we could not sweat or go to the bathroom. Our blood, which is mostly water, could not do its important jobs. Our bodies are more than half water. Did you know that? A kid drencher, one of my favorite pages. Whether you splash in the waves or jump through a sprinkler, water makes a summer day better. And wetter. A drink cooler. When water is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, or 0 degrees Celsius or colder, it turns into ice, and ice is handy for lots of things, such as cooling your drink in a summer or making a surface for ice skating in the winter. A rainbow jeweler. I know a lot of you like rainbows, so did you know that without water, we would have no rainbows? They form when sunshine meets water vapor in the air. The sunlight hits the water vapor, and it bends and it travels to your eye. The light makes different colors depending on how it bends. A homemaker. Oceans cover more than 2/3 of Earth's surface. Many plants and animals such as fish, crabs, algae, turtles, and octopuses live around the coral reefs. Most reefs form in clear, shallow, warm water. Some of a reef's plants and animals use the sunlight that shines through the water to make food and oxygen. A shipbreaker. Water is powerful, and sometimes it can be destructive. That means it can hurt and break things. Floods, hurricanes, and tsunamis are all very dangerous, and during an ocean storm, waves out at sea can climb 30 feet tall. A cloud fluffer. Clouds are made of water droplets that are so tiny they can float. During the day, clouds can help cool Earth by blocking some of the sun's energy and heat. At night, they are like a blanket. They trap the sun's heat near the ground and they keep Earth warm. A fire snuffer. Do you remember when firefighter Anthony came to our class at the beginning of the year? Yeah, he can use water to put out a fire. It cools a fire off and it also blocks the fire's air supply. Fire needs oxygen from the air in order to burn. A school drinker. Water fountains are everywhere. Grab a quick drink when you walk down the hall. It's good for you. A bruise shrinker. Ouch! Sprained ankles and bruises hurt. If you press a cloth filled with ice against your injury, it keeps some of your blood inside your body from rushing to the part that hurts, and that keeps your skin from swelling and bruising as much. Salmon Highway. Most salmon hatch in streams and they swim to the ocean. They live there for several years. Then they swim back upstream to lay eggs where they were born. Some salmon swim hundreds of miles to return home. Eagle flyer. Many bald eagles and other birds in Canada and the northern United States fly south each winter to nest or find food where it's warmer. Some birds follow rivers like they are maps. The Mississippi River is called the Mississippi Flyway, and birds can follow its path and not get lost. and a fish dinner is always nearby. The storm creator. Water, it's part of most storms. Rain, sleet, snow, and hail are all made of some form of water. A decorator. Remember the ice on the window? When it's very cold outside and very warm and moist inside, frost might form on your window. Frost is water vapor that has frozen into ice crystals. These tiny pieces of ice can look like feathers or curlicues because of the way the ice crystals form on the glass. It's like winter making art on your windows. The woodchuck warmer. Snow is cold, but it can help keep things warm. Snow has a lot of air trapped in it, and it is like a cozy coat for the animals and plants underneath it. Woodchucks, also known as groundhogs, feast all summer. Feast means they eat, so they're eating all summer and then they sleep all winter in underground burrows. The snow above keeps their burrows from becoming dangerously cold. And a snowman former. Have any of you built a snowman if you've been to the snow? Yeah, you're able to build lots of things from snow, like balls and forts and sliding hills, and it's always fun to make a very cheery snowman or snow family. On this last page is a glossary of words that you guys can look and talk about as a family. We have the word condense, coral reef, frost, hatch, ice crystal, otter, oxygen, quench, sleet, snuff, tadpole, upstream, valley, water vapor, woodchuck. And there's also further readings if your child was interested and really enjoyed this book. You can try to find these books online, maybe even on YouTube. There are read-alouds. So my friends, I hope you like the story about what water can be. A fun art project would be to draw your favorite thing that water can be for you. So if you like playing in the water, you can draw a picture of that. I know a lot of my friends like rainbows, so you can draw that kind of picture. Or maybe you thought it was really neat how the waves were falling on the ship. Or maybe you're like Miss Rodriguez and love the ocean, and that's what I would draw, a picture of the ocean. Maybe I'll draw one and I'll post it the next time I read a book. That way you can see my favorite thing that water can be. Until next time, my friends, have fun. Bye-bye.